Hello guys, welcome to KO Tutorials. So now I'm coming up with one more new tutorial on modeling an interior in 3ds Max. So we'll be model texturing it and lighting it in this application. So simultaneously I have also one more tutorial which is going on, that is of a locomotive engine. So we'll be continuing with both the tutorials. So we'll be making with both of these tutorials parts. So let's get started. So for now in this tutorial, let's take a reference, go into rendering, view image file. Let's go onto the desktop and let's take this reference. First of all, let's see the dimension of this. So it's like 1080 by 600 pixels. That's okay. So let's take this reference over here. So let's go into rendering. Let's take render setup and 1080 by 600 pixels, force two sided. So now what I'll be doing over here is like, let's take a plane. Very first of all, let's go to the top view over here and let's go into AEC extended. Definitely we have only this much of the area, still will be going with that. So let's take a wall over here. Definitely if you don't want to take a wall, you can just make this stuff. So let's just take a box for now. So after that we'll be creating those details when we will be doing the lighting stuff over here. So let's go into this view. After you have created this stuff over here, so let's again take a box over here. So let's take a box. So let's just drag this box out and just push it over here in this way. So once you're done over here, we'll be starting up with it. So now what I'll do over here is like, let's start with this details which are there over here. So let's take a rectangle over here. Let's take a small rectangle over here. So let's go into this and rendering, enabling viewport, make it rectangular and make it look very small over here. That's it. So let's just push this over here, just duplicate it, duplicate that stuff over there. Now again I will just push this up over here, convert to editable spline. So select this both, right click, set it as a corner, select this, right click, set it as a corner. So select this, just push it down, just push it at the center of it. So I can just do that. See, there are many ways you can achieve the stuff. So if you can get the any other better way which you can achieve it, that's well and good. So this is how I am creating it. So let's again go into the top view over here. So just push this out over here. Let's again take a rectangle. So let's just push it up over here. And let's just push this up much better. So let's go into this view over here and let's again take one line. So let's just take one line over here and let's just place it over. Alright, so once you're done with this, so I can select this part and I can go into the modifier and let's give a extrude modifier, push it up over there, push it down. So let's again take a cylinder over here, go to the auto grid, take a cylinder, push it up. Let's give a taper modifier, reduce its radius and increase its height, convert to editable poly, select this, insert it, and you can delete it if you want it, no problem. So let's again use one more swift loop over here. Let's select the edges, ring it, control and click on the polygons, and let's give a bit of bevel by local normal. So just push it in this way and push it inside. That's it, and click OK. Alright, so how you can create this stuff? For that, it's very simple. You can just take a box over here. After taking a box, let's just give 2-3 segments and just give a mesh smooth over here. So before we give mesh smooth over here, we can just reduce this stuff, can increase it. Let's go into this and give a FFD box. So we can just push this FFD box onto the top and just select this. Let's go into its control points and let's just scale it. So how you can scale it, it's all your way how you want to give it a look, not a problem. So once you're done, you can just push it inside, push it up, scale it. So definitely we can give some texture to it afterwards. So again duplicate it, rotate it, just drag it over here, again go into its control points, scale it. So we can just push this up in this way. Alright, and again make a duplicate of it and rotate it. So scale it. So let's just save your file. We haven't saved it yet over here. So let's just int_1, save your file. After that is done over here. So we have not set any camera yet over here. So definitely that will be doing it afterwards. So before that, just convert to poly, just push this up. So just zoom it over here again. So let's again go into this, and how we are going to create this bottle over here, how we are going to create it. So let's just take a line tool over here. Let's take a line tool, So after taking a line tool, you can go into this, and there is a modifier called lathe modifier. You can just easily use this option, that's your lathe modifier. Set it to max over here. Let's go into vertices, right click, give refine, so definitely this should push up, this should go in this way. Right click, so you can just slightly rotate it if it is required by your, that will be doing it afterwards. First let's just generate this shape properly. So let's just push this up, push it like this, right click, refine, so you can use a refine option, so you can use this refine option properly. So once you're done, you can just convert to editable poly. So how we can do is, like, I can just select this part of it, and if you feel to rotate it, you can just rotate it. Also you can use again a FFD box, FFD cylinder also. You have a FFD cylinder option. So FFD CYL, you can use this over here. X, Y, Z. You can just check this in whatever axis you want, you can go with that. I think it's not taking well. So better we go with this, the FFD box over here. So into this FFD box, let's go into this and let's set it as 666. Click OK. Go into the control points and let's rotate it. Much better. So this is perfect. We don't need to change this. So this is perfect over here. Also perfect. Much better. So you can just push this over here. So once you're done, so let's just convert to editable poly again over here. So now after that, let's again take a cylinder over here. Let's just drag it up. So let's just drag it up over here. So reduce its height segments. So convert to editable poly. Just drag it up till here. So select the polygons and let's just give a bevel to it. Give a bevel, click OK and just click on extrude option. So once you're done, you can just select this edges and let's give a bit of chamfer to it. So you can just give a chamfer to it. After giving a chamfer, let's take a line tool over here. Let's just take a line tool over here and just make a handle of it. So select these two vertices again and let's just give a fillet to it. So once you're done with this, you can just drag it over here. Just push it inside this handle. So definitely we'll be resizing this all these elements afterwards, so we can definitely resize it whenever it is required to do it. So we can just push this up, select the handle and push it up. Save your file again. So now we have a frame over here. So let's again take a box over here, that's a bigger frame. So convert to editable poly. Select the polygons. Let's give a bit of inset to it. Let's give a bit of bevel. Push it inside. Click OK. Push it out a bit, not much. Select these edges and let's give a bit of chamfer to it. So once you give chamfer, it looks much better now. So we can just push this over here and you can just rotate it and keep it in that way. So you can drag it inside. So just select this all and just give one color, so that would be much better to understand the things. So just drag this out. Just drag this frame down over here. Alright. So now let's again take one jar. So for that jar, if you look at this jar, so let's again take a line tool over here for this jar. Just take a line tool. So after taking this jar, let's go into this and let's give again a lathe max. So let's go into the vertices. Let's go into this and make sure you again select this whole thing. Let's just push this out. So select this and let's just give a bit of fillet to it. Let's just give a bit of fillet to it over here also, and give a bit of fillet to it. So after that, what I can do over here is, like, I have a modifier called shell modifier. So shell will definitely give you a bit of thickness to it. So you can just give a shell modifier and you can just push it over here and resize this stuff. Okay, so just select this and push it over here in this way. So make sure you drag it down. So let's again save your file again. let's take a cylinder again over here. So else what I'll do over here is like, I'll just convert to editable poly. I'll select this vertices. I'll scale it. I'll just drag it down. So select this polygon. Let's give a bit of inset and let's give a bit of bevel to it. That's it. Alright. So we can again take a sphere over here with reduce count over here. So definitely that would be a part of your texture over here, what we'll be creating. So let's just place it in this way. Duplicate it. And take one more duplicate over here and just place it up in this way. Alright. So just resize this a bit and just push it up. So select the vertices. If you go into this and if you properly look at it, this size should be more bigger, so you can just push this up. So you have make sure you don't give more fillet to it, that would be much better. So just select this all, scale it and give a single color. Alright, so guys, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section over here. Save your file. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.